Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm on. Good. Come on, give me a good window. Give me a good window. Cute, but everything's so snowy. Oh, like snow, man. Susie. Nice, but I need something with a little action. That's nice and beautiful. That one's not too bad, but maybe I don't want people walking around in the background. Ooh, that's nice. Cool. I think we can do better. That's pretty nice. That's relaxing, right? We'll leave it for a little bit. Over in Mallorca. Never been, but love to go. Is this chat on? Is my audio even high enough? Doesn't seem like it is. Gotta turn that up. So this chat doesn't seem like it's working. The chat bar on the side. Now we just turned me up. I think my audio is, you can hear me, right? Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. You can hear me. You can. It's still not as loud as I'd like it to be, but that's really kind of a tough balance to find here, right? Okay, anyways. Let's turn that down slightly. And this Stream Elements thing is just not working. I would really like it if I could get my everything working? It says it's my stream's chat, but it's really not happening here. Oh, I bet you it is, but I don't have my height high enough. Let me see here. Properties height is 900. It is working now. Okay, so that is working. Silly. So that is what it was, but how do I... So the chat is there. And then we're on break, so it's break time. It's 5-minute break time. Usually for break time, I swap from the window to like a swirling color thing, but I don't know, since I'm trying to figure this out, we're just gonna leave it for now. Testing audio from my microphone. I'm gonna turn me down a little bit, and I'm just gonna try to talk a little bit louder. It seems like it's picking me up pretty clearly, which is cool. Still want to put the microphone right in front of me. I really need to get one of those like arms again. I had one and then it kind of went away. Anyways, we're trying here on YouTube because I actually have some subscribers. Eventually, maybe I'll come back and make some music reaction videos and stuff again. But for right now, for the past 2 years, I've been working on building a startup, or actually multiple startups, and I have a lot of knowledge to share. So I'm just trying this thing out where I stream myself working in a little Pomodoro session timer to see You know, I hope people come in and work together with me. I'll try during the working parts to kind of be quiet, mute myself unless I get some questions, and then during break time, I'll take questions and answer stuff. I think that's probably the best way to do it. I think that's the best way to do it. I just turned off my voice mod thing, and I'm curious if my audio changes for the better if I turn it off. Down if I turn off my voice mod thing. That's quite low now. Oh, that's mainly because the volume was turned down. That could also be why it is. So now we're live. We're going. Here we go. The delay on this is interesting. I get to hear myself talk like 20 seconds later. All right, 25-minute work session. So during work sessions, as I mentioned, I'm gonna not talk. If anyone comes in the chat, maybe I'll say hi because this is still a new thing, but yeah. Has anyone joined the session? No, of course not. Who's gonna come into this random Pomodoro thing? No one. That's the correct answer. No one. Not right now. That one I have no following, no nothing, haven't promoted it. You know, who's gonna come in here? Okay. Anyways, break. I'm gonna get water and come back and see if there's any questions. Hint, there's not gonna be any questions. back to work. How hilarious that as it was switching from break over to work session, there was a glitch and we missed the timer going. Anyways, during the work sessions. Oh, I guess it was there. I have a super delay on this, so of course it wouldn't show up. Anyways, during the work sessions, I try not to talk so that yeah, so that you can concentrate, and so that I can concentrate, so everyone can concentrate. It also seems like my microphone is not turned up enough now, and that when I'm talking, the music is way too loud. But you're all here for that chill lo-fi anyways, right? I love it when these lo-fi songs have like that nice deep sub bass. If you've watched my channel at all, you know that I react to heavy bass music, and yeah, this song has it, or at least had some for a minute there. I see break time has arrived. Okay. So you know what that means? That means you gotta take a break. Break time was always like stress time. Drink water time, get a snack maybe. Stretching is important for you guys. You should be all stretching. What the hell? This is actually the place that I live in. How odd. Back to work. Maybe I should just leave it up. But it's just not a very exciting window. Cozy window. I'm doing a lot of investor reach out right now. It's not very exciting, I think, to watch, but I hope that at least the Pomodoro stuff is kind of nice. I would love to just talk like with the chat if there was a bunch of people here, answer startup questions or business questions, talk about what we're doing, talk about how to reach out to investors, talk about the tools, tips that I use, share some secrets, but there's no one here. So I'm going to unmute myself for a little discussion here around logos and stuff. I am really a big fan of branding. I think it's really important in your business. If you are working on a business, you definitely want to have a good logo and a good brand name. We chose ours specifically for a lot of reasons. And I just want to share, like, I know that you shouldn't invest based on branding and logo and how well a business, it doesn't necessarily reflect how well a business is put together. But I do think it plays a very important role in growth and acceptance on the market. If people can't remember your name, if it doesn't make sense, if the logo is too complicated or too boring, I think these are all things that really do in the long term kind of affect your business. And I mean, I have no idea what this brand is doing, but I can't really easily share my screen here unless I do display capture, OBS, and then I do my L. Okay, here we go. Like, I don't want to be a hater, but this. This, like, what is this? Like, this is your brand logo for Somewhere Good? I feel like Somewhere Good is kind of an interesting name in a way. It does meet one of the criteria which I have, and that is a double lettered. So OO, it has the double O actually is the best that you could possibly do. Like Yahoo, Google, Facebook, there's lots of brands that have a double O in them because they're easy to remember, they're easy to spell. So they've got it, Somewhere Good. There you go. But then they take their logo and they just put it over a random color palette that I feel like none of these colors go together, and there's really no order to it at all whatsoever. There is color theory where you can get, you know, a triad or a complementary or a myriad of other different types of color combinations, and I don't think these color choices match any of that stuff whatsoever. The font is actually kind of good. If they would just have the Somewhere Good and one of these colors, I think that would be a fine logo. But like the combination of all of these together, if this is actually their logo, is awful. And if you're making it small, no one's going to be able to read it. The text isn't bold or big enough to read at a very small scale. And also, if there's no like logo, like icon that you could turn it into an icon, you could do like an SG, I guess. But still, like this is not a good design. So if you're branding yourself or designing something, please pick colors that work together. Pick something that is kind of memorable, easy to pronounce, easy to see, easy to read at a smaller scale. Because this is not good. This is not good at all. And I wonder if what's somewhere good is like if I go to their actual website, what it looks like. So they do this brutalism, which is also an interesting branding decision. Brutalism is where you take big bold text and then you also kind of morph it a little bit so that you can tell that their letters are scrunched down. And this is actually really popular with Gen Z for some reason. They like this brutalism kind of branding. I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but this is much better than that logo they had before. And this is like a very Gen Z type of branding here. Somewhere good, huh? Interesting. I would go with just this as their logo and maybe an S and a G or something, and then do that. I wonder if this Hangout thing is live and in person. Yeah, it seems like it's like meetup.com, but for, I guess, targeted towards a younger, cooler generation. We do have a D&D game night. Not sure what this image has to do with a D&D game night and why you have to pay, but that's very fun. Interesting. Yeah, there you go. Now somewhere good got free vibes or free PR to no one just for having a bad logo. So maybe it's a better idea than I think. You know? Maybe it's a better idea than I think. Anyways, I'll close that now. Maybe. And we're back. Enjoy. I'll get off my soapbox now. So we got break time here. I'm gonna turn down the music while I just talk. There's nobody here, so it doesn't really matter. Like, you know, nobody's really watching. I don't know if anybody ever will watch, but yeah, hi, I'm Joe. I'm an entrepreneur and startup founder, currently working on a project called Loop, which I've been building for almost two years now. And yeah, we are currently opening up a round, an investor round for our, I guess you could call it a seed investment round, aiming to raise quite a bit of money here to get onto the market and expand our user base. We do have a one beta user of our only hardware product over in the United States, and we're kind of excited to get moving here. Just finding the right investors to get this first ball rolling is super challenging. Anyways, if you have questions about like startups, business modeling, steps on how how to found your own company, getting ideas, doing finances, business modeling, branding, marketing, sales, all this different stuff, please don't hesitate to ask, although I'm definitely better at the beginning stages and not so much on the growth stages. I could actually use help for if anyone out there is growth oriented. It's never really been my jam. My jam has been more visionary type stuff and product development. But it's an area that I would like to get better in at some point, even though age is, keep rolling forward. You can only learn stuff so fast. But anyways, today I'm doing a bunch of investor research and a reach out. It's just using tools like Founder Suite and Crunchbase, AngelList, you name it, to kind of dig through investors and find people who would align well with our mission. There seems to be so many out there. There's so many different investors, but the trick is finding the one that fits you before you run out of money. That's really the trick when it comes to opening an investment round. And then second, if you aren't able to devote your full time to finding an investor, then you really have to give yourself extra months to do it, because devoting full time, it's probably going to still take me around 3 months to find right investors and close an investment. If I'm lucky, fingers crossed that we built something that is investable. But if you haven't built something investable, or you're still building it and you're still trying to find investors while you're still working a day job or something, yeah, you got to give yourself at least 6 months to a year to really lock down the investors. And if you're still trying to build your product while you're also looking for investors, like that's just rough, man. That's super rough. So I'm lucky in the fact that we've had some pre-seed friends and family angels invest in our business. So we've been able to build something, have a couple employees, have the founders, and we all have some sort of salary to keep ourselves going. But the runway is running out, and that's going to happen. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing over here, or what I've been working on. If you're a fan of my channel, you just happen to be watching this, that's why I haven't done any music reactions or anything really, is because I've been so focused for the past almost 2 years on building this business, which is very difficult. A lot of people do software businesses, which is, in my opinion, super easy. You build a software product, you have just two dudes, or a guy and a girl, or two girls, like whoever, working together on some sort of decent salary, and there you go. You can build something. As long as you get customers, you can probably raise investment and keep that going for at least the first trial, a seed. But doing hardware is so much harder, because you got to build the hardware, you got to prototype things, you got to get that to the people. You have to get a manufacturing partner, you have to get prototypes from them, you have to set up all your logistics, you have to find somewhere to store your hardware, and then you have to make sure that it's running and then it works. It's so much more difficult, and nobody really talks about it, on how much more draining hardware is. I guess a lot of people say, yeah, hardware is hard, but having lived it, it's even harder than I imagine it is. The strain is quite real, and so I give props to anybody working on hardware things. Back to work, but actually for today, I think I'm going to end the session for now, because I need to go on a walk. I've been working all day, and I have a meeting at 5 and then another something at 6. And so for today, I think I'm going to end it. Hopefully we get some actual viewers on this at some point. And anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.